Hello everyone, this is Moses from Wilona's Cave, and in this video it's sort of like a response to a few people that have asked me questions about how I think of art or how I come up with some ideas of sketches, etc. And any other ways I think of things while creating products that I have for sale. I decided to film while, instead of me just thinking it, while I was thinking like how can I design this and that, I am going to be making a Indiana Jones kind of theme supplement for my system, Mystic Warriors, sometime in the future. Mystic Warriors is still work in progress, but I want to make a Indiana Jones type of supplement for it, or a module. Adventure module could be solo and could be for group play, or both. But regardless, so I need to get inspiration. So this is what this video is about and my thought process on it. So let's watch my video together. There's no sound. I might put some music and sound effects in the background. But I'm going to talk about three main things. My inspiration, I'm trying to get inspired, the vibe I'm having while I'm there, and color theory. So here I am at a local zoo, and I am getting... What I'm looking at right now is all the colors, all the contrast of colors. And if I'm going to do it in sketch and not color, it's going to be the shading. Where's the shading at? There's a lot of intricate shading in this. It's going to be a lot of work when I have to sketch all this out. And I'm also looking at the color, of course. I'm looking at all the plants that they decided to use. A lot of bamboos and things like that. The animals. And I want to know what I can include. So the inspirations are coming with a lot of plants that just go everywhere and doesn't make sense even. Like, why would a plant go that direction or climb this way? And that's what I need to think of when I draw my sketches. So I'm thinking of the stonework, what type of natural rock formations could be mimicked this way, the color of the water. As you can see right here, I'm zooming in. I'm actually zooming in for the color of the water, which I really like. A lot of green tones. And if I do it in sketch with just graphite pencils, I'll have to figure that out. I'm looking at this, looking at some artifacts. I got some pictures. I'm looking at the clothing. So if I draw anybody with clothing or fabric, this is what I'll be looking at, or decorations or tapestries. And here's just I think it was a sloth bear. Just getting some ideas of the animals of these type of locations that I would like to draw or color. Now, obviously, I got videos of and pictures of the colors of the pictures of the area I'm trying to make a module of, so I could really think how it is. Just another slide, just hanging out, relaxing. The color now with the contrast of a tiger of its surrounding. How does it camouflage? How does it look in its own area? This is a lot cheaper to do than fly over to these type of countries to that have this type of environment. So this is the best thing I can do. But yeah, so this is what I'm looking at. So I'm getting the vibe of almost like claustrophobic in a way. Like you're in a jungle, and every corner you don't know what type of new type of way it's going to be. Nothing is... It's not like a woodland. It's not like woods or a little forest. It's like it feels like 1 million things meshed up into one thing. And it's going to be very difficult to draw, especially color that way. Here's just a river otter in here. But that's all I'm looking at. I'm looking at the contrast. And as for color theory, I'm looking at what's contrasting really well. So those are the type of things when I go out with a sketchbook in hand, I look at... At this time, I was sketching on my phone, but regardless, you could bring a little notebook and a pencil, especially a mechanical pencil will be a little bit better for sketching, in my opinion. Get some inspiration, feel what the vibe is like. How do you feel? It's not just about drawing what you see. You have to draw how you feel. It's a whole other way of thinking. So this is obviously not natural. Okay, if you go into the natural area like Indiana Jones, and also I play video games for inspiration as well. So when I play Indiana Jones, you feel like you're claustrophobic. If you're really there, you don't know if something's 1 foot away from you because the forest is the jungle is so dense. It could be a tiger 1 foot away from you, and you have no idea. So you have to draw that way and or color that way as well. So Get some. This is how I get inspiration. Also with video games, feel how the vibe is, how you would feel, and translate that into your artwork. And then work on color theory if you're doing color. Find out what works best contrast-wise. So this is a little bit of behind the scenes of how I think when I'm about to draw something. Just getting back into watercoloring, I'll show the little. I'm really liking. I used to watercolor a lot. I won when I was in high school. I won second place in the city fair for my watercolor painting. And I really love watercoloring because you have to release control. You can't be too detailed. That's in my opinion, but that's why I like it. You can get away with less detail in a way. You know, if you're doing pastels, you need high detail, in my opinion. If you do watercolor, if you get it to where it looks like a forest, but there's not much detail, it looks beautiful because people know watercolor is not that easy. So I'll show some things I'm doing now where I'm doing miniature or tiny paintings, and I'm going to be using them in my modules or in my future projects and modules, like a Dragonbane solo adventure I'm going to be releasing sometime soon, hopefully. But I'm painting them in a 2.5 by 2.5 inch square. I'm going to move it up to 3 inch by 3 inch because it'll be exactly 12 pieces out of a 9 by 12 paper. So that way I don't have any leftovers. But regardless, it's still tiny. It's a tiny little square that I'm going to do little portraits with. And I am really liking it. One, it's cost effective. I mean, come on. What is it? 5 cents of materials? A little bit more than that. And you don't feel anxiety over it. I get a little bit of anxiety over color because I'm worried because color can't be erased. So if I color something in and I screw up, I'm stuck. I spent 10 hours and I'm stuck. If I drew it with graphite, I could erase it. So you'll see more and more of these little tiny paintings. Maybe I'll do some tips if I get a little bit better at the watercoloring. But regardless, this video, I hope it helped. I hope you can understand the way I think. When I go somewhere, it's not just to be in awe of where I'm at. I go for inspiration, much like other artists as well. Actually, probably everyone in the world, to be honest. Everybody gets inspiration every second, wherever you go, especially if it's new. You don't really think of it that way, but you are getting inspired. All right, everybody. Happy gaming, happy drawing, and happy coloring. Bye.